important to vote? Is it our duty as citizens? Does it make any difference? Voting is not a duty. Indeed, there are no moral duties. Voting is something one must do in order to preserve one's own freedom. Voting is something one does in order to support a representative government that is protecting one's rights. Voting is a way for us to express our views about the protection of rights. Indeed, voting is an act of integrity. If we believe in these ideas, if we believe in a government that protects individual rights, if we believe some candidates are significantly going to protect our rights and others violate them, then voting becomes an act of integrity in support of our survival as human beings. At the same time, it is true that most of the time our voting does not make much of a difference in the world out there. We are one among millions, and unless the vote is close, or in a local election when there are only a few voters, then the actual act of voting makes little difference. Its primary function is an expression of one's own values. Is it important to vote? Here I think it depends. I think in a free society, it is important to vote, exactly as I just said, as an act, as an expression of integrity, as an act that is in support of what one believes in terms of the political system one is supporting. One believes in the attempt to preserve one's own individual rights. But in a mixed economy, where the competition between candidates is who is going to violate my rights more, and which rights are going to be violated might be in competition, and there's no way to weight between candidates who might be both equally evil or both so evil that one just can't vote for them. One's voting for either one of them, in a sense, sanctions their violation of your own rights. In such circumstances, it is completely legitimate not to vote. It is completely legitimate to say, no, neither of these candidates deserves my vote. Neither of these candidates, neither of these political parties deserves my support in any kind of way. They do not support my sanction, and therefore I will not vote for them. So one has to make a judgment in a mixed economy. When does it make a difference to you that you vote? When is one candidate so much better than another that he deserves the effort, the thought, and the act of voting? Unfortunately, in the world in which we live today, our candidates are so bad that I think the importance of voting is diminished, and it is more and more frequent when the answer is, I'm not going to vote. It's just not worth it, given who I'm voting for. I hope one of these days we will have candidates that excite us, that we want to express our support towards by voting. I look forward to that day.